Did you know there's one humble food often overlooked, quietly sitting in your kitchen, that could slow the aging of your leg muscles by nearly a decade if you eat it before 8 a.m.? And no, I'm not talking about some expensive supplement or a magic pill. I'm talking about a food so familiar, so ordinary, that most people pass it by without a second thought. But here's the twist: this unassuming item might be the very thing standing between you and the loss of strength in your legs as you age. Recent research, including findings from major aging studies, suggests that incorporating this one simple food into your morning routine can help people over 60 retain lower body strength, improve balance, prevent painful nighttime cramps, and even reduce the risk of severe muscle loss by up to 72%. And yet, millions are quietly losing the battle for mobility. They find themselves gradually trading their independence for walkers, wheelchairs, or even being bedridden because they never knew this one small change could make such a difference. Worse still, many folks unknowingly sabotage themselves every single morning by choosing the wrong foods the moment they wake up. So let me ask you, could you be weakening your legs without even knowing it, simply because you're skipping the right kind of breakfast? Stick with me, because in just a moment, I'll reveal exactly what that food is, and walk you through 5 smart, senior-friendly breakfast ideas that can help stabilize your energy, preserve muscle mass, and put you back in control of your life, one bite at a time. And that final food on the list? You might be surprised how powerful it really is. Here's the truth: feeling your legs grow weaker with time isn't just part of aging. It's a signal. A call to act. Being in your 60s doesn't mean surrendering your balance, your independence, or your confidence when walking. That's the lie most people buy into. The good news? That decline is not only preventable, it's reversible. And the best part? You don't need medication. No pricey machines. Not even intense workouts. It all begins with something simple: your first meal of the day. It might seem minor, familiar, almost too easy. But the right kind of breakfast can be the difference between building strong, mobile legs or watching them fade. And here's the alarming part: most seniors are getting breakfast completely wrong. They skip it altogether. Or grab a cup of coffee and call it good. Others rely on unbalanced carbs like white toast or pastries. Some delay eating and just sip water until lunchtime. But what happens inside your body when you do that? It starts breaking down your own muscles, yes, your leg muscles, just to fuel itself. This process, known as catabolism, hits the legs first. The very muscles you rely on to stand tall, walk safely, and stay out of harm's way. One major study from Tufts University revealed something remarkable: older adults could recover up to 35% of their leg strength in just 8 weeks simply by eating a nutritious breakfast that includes this one special food. And no, it's not rare or expensive. It's affordable. Familiar. Probably already in your kitchen right now. The problem? Most people don't eat it right, or they eat it at the wrong time. But once you understand how to pair it and when to eat it, it could change everything. You don't need to accept weak legs as your fate. You don't need to fear that one fall will be the end of your independence. You just need to know what to eat, and when. Stay with me through the rest of this video. I'll break down the science, introduce you to 5 easy, delicious breakfast choices for stronger legs, and show you how a small daily shift could buy back your strength, your freedom, and yes, maybe even a decade of youthful movement. In the next few minutes, I'm going to share with you 5 simple yet powerful foods, backed by science, that can help preserve your leg muscles before they silently begin to fade. These foods not only strengthen your lower body, but also reduce nighttime cramps and help restore your balance. And at the very end of this video, I'll reveal one very special food that has helped hundreds of older adults feel like they've regained their mobility, all from one small bite eaten in the morning. Sound too simple? Maybe. But sometimes, it's the simplest things that bring the biggest change. So keep watching. Because if you've ever believed that lost muscle can't be rebuilt, you might want to rethink that. This is real. And while you're here, I'd love to know where you're watching this from. Drop your city or country in the comments. Don't be shy to ask questions or share your thoughts. Tap that subscribe button and turn on the bell so you never miss another top health tip from Senior Health. Now, let me ask you something. Are you walking this journey with me? If this message speaks to you, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0. Either way, I want to hear from you. Here's a fact that not many people talk about: whether you feel it or not, your body starts losing muscle, especially in your legs, after the age of 60. It doesn't happen overnight. And it doesn't come with warning signs like pain or fever. No cramps, no aches. It happens quietly. One morning, you notice your legs feel heavier. Then another day, you catch yourself wobbling slightly while stepping off the curb. You think, well, I'm just getting older. And then, one day, you have to push yourself up with your arms just to stand. That's the day it hits you. But here's what most don't realize. It's not aging that's making you weak, it's the gradual loss of the one thing that keeps you independent, leg strength. According to the National Institute on Aging, if left unchecked, older adults can lose up to 33% of their leg muscle mass within just 10 years. And this isn't just about strength or appearance. When you lose muscle, you also lose balance. Your risk of falling skyrockets. Your steps become shorter. Slower. You might even start dragging your feet. Blood flow slows. Joint stiffness creeps in. And before long, things get worse. Belly fat increases. Bone density decreases. You stop sleeping well. You lose your appetite. Even your memory can begin to slip. And perhaps the most heartbreaking part? The emotional weight of feeling trapped inside a body that no longer keeps up with your will. So why does this concern me so much, especially in the morning? Because after 7 to 9 hours of sleep, your body wakes up in a prolonged fasting state. In other words, it's starving for fuel. And if you don't give it something right away, something real, it'll start feeding on your muscles for energy. That includes your leg muscles. This process is called catabolism, and it's particularly dangerous for older adults because their ability to rebuild muscle is already slower than it was in youth. If you don't interrupt this process with the right breakfast at the right time, your legs will continue to weaken before your day even begins. Now here's something most people forget. The largest muscle groups in your entire body are located in your legs. Which means when your leg muscles begin to atrophy, it disrupts your whole metabolic balance. Circulation slows. Blood flow to the lower extremities becomes sluggish. And with it comes a wave of silent problems: leg cramps, hand tremors, tingling, numbness, even difficulty walking, climbing stairs, or simply maintaining your balance. That's why so many older adults, despite having no serious illness, end up sedentary, fragile, and fully dependent on others for even the simplest tasks. But here's the good news. If you act early, your body can heal. You don't need expensive treatments or painful therapy. You just need to give your body what it's truly asking for, starting tomorrow morning. Eat a real breakfast. Eat the right foods. Eat them at the right time. And what happens next? You'll begin to rebuild muscle. Regain leg strength. Improve your posture. Restore your balance. Say goodbye to nighttime cramps. But most importantly, you protect your independence, one step at a time. So, don't go anywhere. Up next, I'll reveal 5 specific foods that scientists now call natural allies for aging legs, simple breakfast options that can quietly reshape the way you walk, how easily you rise from a chair, and the overall quality of your life after 60. Let me tell you about Franklin. He's 69 now. He used to be a structural engineer. A man of the field. Climbed ladders, walked scaffolding, hiked through forests across America, chasing project deadlines and chasing life itself without breaking a sweat. But these days, just getting out of bed in the morning feels like stepping into someone else's body. His knees? Stiff like old hinges. Some mornings, his legs feel like they're made of concrete. Other mornings, they're just numb. And those first few steps? Hesitant, uneven, like he's trying to push an old, rusted machine into motion. Then one morning, Franklin tripped over a small step while reaching for the newspaper on his porch. It wasn't a terrible fall. No broken bones. But the fear that crept in wasn't about the stumble. It was the realization that something was slipping away. He had once taken his leg strength for granted. Now it felt like a luxury. His wife, Caroline, began to notice too. His pace slowed. His walk lost its stability. Every time he stood up from the sofa, he needed both hands pressed hard against his knees just to rise. Those morning strolls in the park they used to love? He started skipping them. She knew something was wrong when he finally confessed, "I've been getting cramps at night. Often." Now, Franklin didn't have any major illnesses. No diabetes. No arthritis. All his labs looked fine. But his doctors quietly used a term that not enough people understand: post-60 muscle decline. It's a stage where your muscles, especially in the legs, begin to fade silently but rapidly. These muscles are your foundation. They carry your weight. Lift you from the toilet. Support every single step from the front door to the grocery store. After that scare, Franklin dove into research. He spoke to a nutritionist, watched health videos, read article after article. And one truth hit him like a bolt of lightning. The strength of your legs grows or disappears depending on what you put on your breakfast plate. That realization changed everything. He stopped skipping breakfast. He stopped sipping plain black coffee on an empty stomach. His new goal was clear: rebuild muscle, revive circulation in his legs, soothe the weakness, sharpen his balance, and most of all, stand up confidently without using his hands, without fear of falling. Each morning, he began with humble foods. Nothing fancy. Nothing gourmet. Just the right ingredients at the right time, nutrients his body had been quietly begging for. And then came the shift. By week 3, Franklin noticed it. He got out of bed more easily. No hesitation in his first steps. The weight in his legs? Gone. The cramps at night? Vanished. He started walking again, at first, just around the house. Then a block. By month 2, he was walking nearly 2 kilometers every morning, like he used to. And these days, he often says to Caroline with a chuckle, "It feels like I've got my legs back." That's the power of one small change. No cane. No caregiver. No miracle drug. Just a return to strength, stability, and independence, all starting with breakfast. And here's the thing, you can do it too. This isn't about luck. It's about knowing where to start. So coming up next, I'll walk you through the 5 exact breakfast foods Franklin now swears by, foods that thousands of older adults have already built into their daily lives to create stronger, steadier, more dependable legs, one morning at a time. Breakfast food number 1, the whole egg. When it comes to muscle recovery, especially in your legs, nothing beats the simplicity and effectiveness of a well-cooked egg. One humble egg, eaten within an hour after waking, could be the first line of defense against age-related muscle loss. Inside that smooth shell lies a near-perfect package of almost every essential amino acid your body needs to rebuild, restore, and protect muscle tissue. But here's the secret. It's not just the egg white that matters, it's the yolk that holds the real magic. That golden center contains a powerhouse of nutrients: vitamin D, B12, choline, and most importantly, leucine, a key amino acid that jumpstarts muscle protein synthesis. For aging legs, which lose muscle faster than any other part of the body, leucine is a lifeline. A study from the University of Illinois found that older adults who ate just 2 whole eggs each morning for 8 weeks experienced a significant increase in leg strength and stability. They also reported better control while walking, and fewer episodes of nighttime cramping. But it doesn't stop there. The vitamin B12 in eggs helps protect your nerve sheaths, specifically, the myelin coating that allows messages to travel clearly from your brain to your legs. The result? Better balance. Fewer stumbles. More confident steps. Eggs are also rich in easily absorbed iron, a mineral crucial for blood flow and oxygen delivery to your lower body. This is especially important as many older adults unknowingly suffer from low iron levels, leading to cold feet, fatigue, or that heavy leg feeling. But here's the key. Eat the entire egg. Don't throw away the yolk. And try to eat it within 30 to 60 minutes of waking, when your muscles are craving nutrients the most. Hard-boiled eggs are ideal, they retain full nutrition with no added fat. But for variety, try a quick scrambled egg tossed with spinach or tomatoes, both rich in magnesium and antioxidants that protect your lower body muscle groups. One egg each morning might seem simple, but for many, it's the beginning of a major shift. Stick with it for 30 days, and you might notice something powerful. Fewer leg cramps. Stronger steps. And perhaps most importantly, no more using your hands just to rise from a chair. Breakfast food number 2, oatmeal with chia seeds. If eggs are the ignition that kickstarts muscle recovery, then oatmeal is the steady burning fuel that keeps you going. Especially when you top it with chia seeds, those tiny black gems that turn a simple bowl of oats into a leg-strengthening powerhouse. Oats are loaded with beta-glucan, a type of soluble fiber that helps reduce inflammation, improve nutrient absorption, and stabilize blood sugar, key to ensuring your body efficiently uses the protein and minerals it receives. Why does that matter? Because after 60, your metabolism slows. And a slower system struggles to repair muscle, unless you support it with the right kinds of fuel. Add chia seeds into the mix, and things get even better. Chia is rich in omega-3s, magnesium, potassium, and calcium, a quartet of nutrients critical for strong, smooth muscle contraction, steady nerve signals, and preventing those painful nighttime leg cramps. In fact, the magnesium alone works wonders. It relaxes your muscles after long walks or prolonged standing, easing tension and reducing stiffness. Meanwhile, potassium plays a crucial behind-the-scenes role. It keeps electrolytes balanced and enhances circulation to the small, often neglected muscle fibers deep in your lower body. Preparation couldn't be easier. Stir 3 tablespoons of rolled oats into hot water or a nut-based milk. Cook until soft. Add 1 tablespoon of chia seeds, stir gently, and let it sit for a few minutes to thicken. For natural sweetness and a bonus antioxidant punch, sprinkle on a few slices of banana or a handful of blueberries. Eat it warm. Eat it within an hour of waking. And watch what happens over the coming weeks. Seniors who switch to this oatmeal chia breakfast often report dramatic changes: better balance while climbing stairs, fewer aches after standing, more endurance throughout the day. And perhaps the biggest win? The nighttime cramps slowly disappear. This isn't just breakfast. This is a foundation, a quiet ritual that builds strength where you need it most: your legs, your balance, your confidence. Because after 60, strength isn't about lifting heavy weights or running marathons. It's about waking up, walking tall, and owning your day. Breakfast food number 3, the banana. There's a reason bananas are often called nature's electrolyte pill, especially for older adults. With their naturally high potassium content, bananas stand among the best fruits for preventing leg cramps, improving blood circulation, encouraging healthy muscle contractions, and preserving leg strength as we age. But here's the real power. Bananas are most effective when eaten soon after waking, a time when your body is typically low in vital minerals. A medium banana gives you about 400 milligrams of potassium, roughly 10% of your daily requirement. And potassium isn't optional. It's essential for maintaining the electrical charge across your muscle cell membranes. Without it, muscles misfire. They spasm. They cramp. You might feel those strange nighttime twitches or those sharp leg cramps that strike just as you're falling asleep. Older adults are especially vulnerable to this, especially if they're on diuretics or have diminished mineral absorption. According to a study from Harvard University, seniors who consumed bananas regularly were 33% less likely to suffer from nighttime leg cramps than those who didn't meet their potassium needs. Bananas also contain vitamin B6, which supports healthy nerve transmission between your brain and leg muscles. That means better coordination, improved balance, and fewer stumbles when walking. But this part is important: not everyone should eat bananas freely. If you have type 2 diabetes, are managing blood sugar levels, or have chronic kidney disease, too much potassium or natural sugar could pose risks. For these individuals, a smaller banana, preferably one that's still a bit green, is a better choice. Less sugar. More resistant starch. And a slower impact on blood glucose. When should you eat a banana? Not on an empty stomach. Instead, eat it after your main breakfast to prevent sudden blood sugar spikes. Try slicing it over oatmeal, pairing it with chia seeds, or blending it with unsweetened Greek yogurt for a nutrient-dense morning boost. For most older adults without major underlying health conditions, one small banana in the morning is enough to restore electrolyte balance, support healthy leg muscles, and smooth out your stride. It's affordable. It's easy to digest. And when used wisely, it becomes a quiet protector of your independence, helping you walk stronger, stand steadier, and move with purpose. Breakfast food number 4, Greek yogurt. If nighttime quietly chips away at your leg strength, Greek yogurt is how you fight back first thing in the morning. Why? Because Greek yogurt packs nearly twice the protein of regular yogurt, and its thick, creamy texture isn't just a luxury, it's the result of being triple strained, removing excess liquid and concentrating the nutrition. For adults over 60, that's a big deal. Greek yogurt is rich in casein, a slow-digesting protein. And here's why that matters. As you sleep, your body enters a catabolic state, breaking down muscle tissue for energy, especially if you haven't fueled it properly the night before. This muscle loss becomes more concerning with age, as hormonal shifts and a slower metabolism delay the body's ability to rebuild what it's lost. Unless you intervene the moment you wake. Just one serving of Greek yogurt, about 170 g or 6 ounces, provides around 17 grams of high-quality protein, including leucine, the amino acid known for kickstarting muscle protein synthesis. And that's not all. Greek yogurt is also rich in calcium and vitamin D, both essential for bone strength and muscle coordination, two keys to staying upright and moving smoothly throughout the day. But perhaps the most overlooked benefit? Probiotics, those beneficial bacteria that support your gut. When your gut is healthy, your body absorbs nutrients better, inflammation goes down, and blood flow to your muscles improves, including those in your legs. A study from Maastricht University in the Netherlands found that older adults who consumed 20 grams of casein protein each morning and engaged in light activity showed noticeable gains in leg strength after just 6 weeks. They also reported fewer leg cramps, better balance, and more confidence while walking. Still, Greek yogurt isn't for everyone. If you struggle with digestion or lactose intolerance, look for lactose-free options or try yogurt made from goat or sheep's milk, which many find gentler on the stomach. Just be sure to avoid flavored or sugary varieties, as added sugar can trigger inflammation and spike blood sugar, counteracting the very benefits you're aiming for. To get the most from your yogurt, eat it within an hour of waking or about 30 minutes after light movement, like stretching or a short walk. Top it with unsweetened berries, cinnamon, or chia seeds for extra flavor and nutrition. Greek yogurt isn't just a healthy breakfast, it's a morning ritual for protection. It guards your muscle mass, supports joint stability, and sets the tone for a more energetic, more independent day. Every spoonful helps you start strong, stay steady, and move forward with intention. Breakfast food number 5, pan-seared salmon. If there's one food that acts like a mechanic for your muscles, repairing and restoring the strength in your legs after 60, it's salmon. Or more broadly, any fatty fish like mackerel or sardines. Just 2 servings a week at breakfast could quietly turn the tide in your battle against age-related muscle loss. Why? Because salmon is packed with omega-3 fatty acids, specifically EPA and DHA, 2 powerful compounds proven to reduce inflammation in muscle tissue, enhance insulin sensitivity, and increase your body's ability to absorb and use protein effectively. Put those together, and you get a recipe for slowing natural muscle atrophy, especially in the legs, the very muscles most vulnerable to aging. A landmark study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition revealed something eye-opening. Adults over 65 who ate 2 servings of fatty fish per week retained 27% more leg muscle mass compared to those who ate only red meat or skipped fish altogether. Even more remarkable? The fish-eating group showed clear improvements in mobility, better balance, and a 36% lower risk of falling, all thanks to stronger legs and smoother neuromuscular coordination. Here's how it works. Omega-3s help dial down chronic inflammation, that slow-burning process that quietly wears down strength, joint health, and tissue repair in the lower body. But the benefits of salmon go far beyond its omega-3s. It delivers around 20 grams of high-quality, easily digestible protein per 100 grams cooked, plus generous doses of vitamin B12 and vitamin D, which are crucial for healthy nerve signaling and muscle coordination. That means your brain and your legs start talking better again. And preparation? Surprisingly easy. Just sear a fresh salmon fillet in extra virgin olive oil, 3 to 4 minutes per side, until it's golden on the outside and tender on the inside. Pair it with roasted sweet potato, a handful of steamed greens, or a few slices of avocado, and you've got yourself a morning powerhouse meal rich in minerals, protein, and healthy fats. Short on time in the morning? No problem. You can use unsweetened smoked salmon, or, if needed, a high-quality fish oil supplement. Still, most nutritionists agree, real food always beats pills when it comes to absorption and long-term benefit. One note of caution. If you've ever had trouble digesting fats, deal with fatty liver, or have elevated cholesterol, start small. Eat your salmon earlier in the day, ideally on an empty stomach, and go for steamed or baked instead of fried. And if you experience bloating or sluggish digestion, scale back to once a week, and consult with your healthcare provider about digestive enzymes to help your body adjust. But for most people, fatty fish like salmon doesn't just build muscle, it acts as a natural lubricant for your joints and tissues, keeping your legs flexible, responsive, and ready for whatever the day brings. More than a meal, it's an investment. A single serving of salmon each week could be the difference between walking with confidence, or hesitating with every step. Between living independently, or relying on others. Because no matter your age, a simple morning meal of salmon can help you protect your balance, reclaim your strength, and keep moving through life one powerful step at a time. And now, the hidden food I mentioned at the very beginning of this video. It's not a supplement. Not a trendy superfood with a premium price tag. It's something so basic, so familiar, that you might have it sitting quietly in your kitchen right now. Steamed sweet potato sprinkled with a pinch of Celtic sea salt. It sounds simple. Maybe even ordinary. But its impact runs deeper than you'd ever expect. After a long night of fasting, your body wakes up running on empty. Your muscles? Craving fuel. And that's where sweet potatoes shine. They're packed with complex carbohydrates, the kind that restore muscle glycogen gently and effectively. And unlike many processed breakfast carbs, sweet potatoes deliver stable energy that doesn't spike your blood sugar. That's a game changer for your legs. Stable energy means less morning fatigue, fewer cramps, and stronger muscle function where you need it most, your lower body. But sweet potatoes are more than just clean fuel. They're rich in potassium, magnesium, manganese, and vitamin C, a powerful blend that supports healthy circulation, nerve signaling, and the muscle responsiveness you rely on to walk, climb stairs, and stay balanced throughout the day. Let's talk about magnesium for a moment. It's often called the relaxation mineral because it helps release tension in the muscles, improves balance, reduces cramping, and soothes stiffness. And now, the salt. But not just any salt. Celtic sea salt, a naturally harvested, unrefined salt containing over 80 trace minerals your body desperately needs as you age. Especially your muscles. Unlike standard table salt, Celtic salt doesn't spike blood pressure. Instead, it supports cellular hydration, stabilizes fluid pressure inside your muscle tissue, and restores electrolyte balance that's critical for preventing cramps and enhancing muscle recovery. A study from the French Institute of Mineral Nutrition showed that older adults who began each day with a fiber-rich breakfast like sweet potatoes, combined with a mineral-rich salt, saw a 41% improvement in balance and nearly 50% fewer falls over a 90-day period. And here's how to try it. Take half a steamed sweet potato, soft, warm, comforting. Sprinkle a small pinch of Celtic salt on top. Eat it warm, about 10 minutes before your main breakfast, and right after a glass of warm water. This timing helps stabilize your blood sugar for the rest of the morning and primes your system to absorb the essential minerals when your body needs them most. Give it just 1 week. That's all it might take to notice a difference. Lighter steps. Fewer cramps. Less tingling or numbness. And most importantly, less hesitation when standing up, walking, or finding your balance. Most people overlook this simple combination. But for those over 60, it can become a silent support system, a quiet ally that protects one of the most valuable things we have as we age. The freedom to move confidently, independently, and on our own terms. Eating the right nutrients is essential, but preserving and rebuilding your leg strength each morning? That's the real key to lasting mobility and confidence. And the good news? Even in your 60s, 70s, or beyond, you can create a simple morning rhythm that supports strong, balanced, and reliable legs. Let's talk about 5 habits that may take just a few minutes, but can shift the course of your entire day. Habit number 1, start your morning with warm mineral water. The moment you wake up, before anything else, pour yourself a glass of warm water, about 8 ounces, with a small pinch of natural mineral salt. Why? Because after 7 or 8 hours of sleep, your body is slightly dehydrated and your electrolyte levels are off balance. That's why many older adults feel heavy in the legs, tense in the calves, or even dizzy when they first stand. Mixing just 1/5 of a teaspoon of Celtic sea salt or Himalayan salt into warm water can gently restore hydration, rebalance electrolytes, improve circulation in your legs, soothe the nervous system, and prevent morning cramps, all before breakfast. Sip slowly. Take 5 minutes. Let it wake your body up from the inside out. Habit number 2, 3 minutes of simple balance training. Right after your morning drink and before breakfast, spend just 3 minutes doing this. Stand tall, lift 1 foot 2 to 4 inches off the ground, and hold for 10 seconds. Switch legs. Repeat 5 times per side. That's it. No equipment. No gym. No leaving your home. This simple move trains your body's proprioception, the awareness of where you are in space. It wakes up your calves, thighs, and hips, the very muscle groups that decline fastest with age. Practice daily, it can help reduce falls, increase muscle responsiveness, and restore your sense of control when you rise, walk, or turn corners. Habit number 3, rise gently, don't rush out of bed. One of the most overlooked dangers for older adults? Getting up too quickly. Rushing from lying down to standing can lead to lightheadedness, imbalance, or even a fall. Instead, pause. Take 3 deep breaths while still lying in bed. Then slowly sit up, rotate your wrists and ankles gently, and give your circulation a moment to catch up. This gentle activation gets blood flowing to your brain and lower limbs, priming you to start the day with steadiness, not shock. Habit number 4, catch the first rays of morning sunlight. Step near a window. Open your balcony door. Stand in the morning light for just 5 minutes. Why? Because early sunlight triggers your skin's natural production of vitamin D, which doesn't just help with mood. It strengthens your bones, improves calcium absorption, and supports ankle and wrist stability, 2 of the most overlooked joints that affect balance. For anyone experiencing signs of muscle loss or weakness in the legs, this one simple habit can anchor your body's natural systems, giving you a brighter, more grounded start to the day. Habit number 5, don't delay your first bite. If you go too long without eating after waking, your body slips into catabolic mode, breaking down your muscle tissue to create energy. And the first muscles to be sacrificed? Your legs. If you're not ready for a full breakfast, no problem. Even half a steamed sweet potato, a hard-boiled egg, or a small bowl of oats can stop the muscle breakdown and shift your body into recovery and rebuilding mode. Just that small bite can mark the difference between losing strength and gaining it. Here's the big picture. If you pair these 5 morning habits with the nutrient-rich breakfasts we've already talked about, your legs will thank you. You'll notice fewer stumbles, fewer cramps, and more importantly, you'll feel the change from the inside out. You'll feel steadier as you stand, more confident when you move, more in control of your body, instead of letting it control you. Because every morning, you're given a choice. A single moment where your day begins to drift toward weakness, or to lean into strength. So what will it be today? Will you let time take its quiet toll? Or will you reclaim your independence, your balance, and the legs that carry your freedom? You've just discovered 5 science-backed breakfast foods that can help restore the strength in your legs, improve your balance, boost circulation, and protect against muscle loss, all critical for one thing: your ability to walk with confidence. Stand tall on your own. And live the life you were meant to live. And beyond that, you've now uncovered a humble morning ritual: steamed sweet potato with a pinch of mineral-rich sea salt that can awaken your nerves, muscles, and bones within minutes of sunrise. You've also learned 5 simple morning habits that transform any meal into a muscle-rebuilding, leg-saving routine without the need for a doctor, a gym membership, or fancy equipment. All it takes is one choice. One decision to start your morning with intention. To stop letting your age write the story of your legs. Because starting tomorrow, you have the power to change everything. So let me ask you this. If you could choose just one food to eat tomorrow morning to protect your legs, what would it be? Drop your answer in the comments below. Your experience might be exactly what another older adult needs to hear. Your story might help someone take their very first step toward independence. And if this video helped you even just a little, please take a moment to tap like, subscribe to Senior Health, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss what's coming next. Because in the next episode, I'll reveal 3 seemingly healthy breakfast foods that many older adults eat every day, believing they're doing something good, when in reality, those foods could be silently weakening your muscles, causing leg cramps, numbness, and stalling your entire recovery process. Don't let one wrong breakfast undo everything you're working so hard to protect. Health doesn't begin at the hospital. It begins in your kitchen. At 7 a.m. With your very first bite. So choose wisely. Because every step you take still matters. Every move you make is part of a life fully lived, as long as your legs are strong enough to carry you forward. Thank you for staying with me to the very end. I hope the information we shared today becomes a guide for your journey, especially in maintaining the strength, balance, and independence of your legs after 60. We'll continue exploring the hidden truths about aging and mobility, the things no one ever talks about, in the videos to come. Until then, take care of your legs. Because they're still carrying you through the most important years of your life.